let me share. Can anybody tell me what was the last experiment?
It was like we influencing the field, like not controlling, but like I ask for something and my wish is granted, sort of a thing from a person or any other thing. That is what I
think
understood.
The last one was you are connected to everything and everyone else in the universe.
Yeah, I mean, the experiment was this.
Correct. You asked somebody like bread loaf or whatever we said, right? Remember?
Right.
And then we get that. Yeah. So
basically, it's my wish. Like because I asked you that some other wish. You said no, only wish relating to myself as for this experiment.
Yeah. So that's what we thought that we'll do only for our own self. And then, we'll do whatever that is. Okay. So let me put the speaker view. Okay. So what really happened with me, I think I chose a little bit of haha, you're right. Our doors are open for Tripti. Okay. So what I did, I chose two different difficult stuff according to me, but there is nothing called difficult or anything when it comes to energies and the field. But last Tuesday or last Monday, I did a constellation and I got some amount of awareness about myself. And in that, somebody told me in that constellation that there is another energy, which is a spiritual energy along with me. And I need to realize about it. So that was one thought. Second thought was there would have been a vanishing twin. So I needed to release that vanishing twin of mine. Then, so I asked if it's were to be the spiritual energy, which I need to get connected, whatever way I can, I will, but I need a very specific experience or a very specific message where I know that I have connected. And I know that because what she told me is I need to connect to that. And then what happens after that connecting is something really so good that I can't even imagine is what she said. So I thought, okay, fine, I'll do that. But I want a specific indication that it is so. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing is I spoke to my father again. He's no more. That certain few things I want to do, I want to happen. I want things to happen. Certain few related to legal, some few items. Okay. So these are the two things I did. Now, the output is extremely important, right? That's the experiments we are doing. The output related to the legal matters, I indeed got the calls from those people and asked for further whatever submissions I need to do, etc. It didn't solve for me yet, but I guess I've done whatever needed to be. So some movement happened. Related to the spiritual energy, from last Wednesday till today, the kind of work I'm doing was definitely not, I have never done that before. You know, the sessions, and it's like, is that me? Was that me? Which happened there? Kind of a thing. It was extremely satisfying for me as well as for the client. And I can't explain, you know, that's exactly what she said. You can't even explain. You can't even think what happens. Now, should I call myself that maybe I have grown to that level? Or should I tell myself this is all about that spiritual energy which I got connected and it's experienced through me? Whatever that is, in my body, I am feeling good. Okay, Anna, you can do that. So in my body, I am feeling good. And I feel so good about the whole thing. That's the whole idea, right? Because I am in the body and I am the one who's enjoying, who's supposed to be enjoying this life. And we're doing all of these experiments for ourselves. So I call this, it worked for me. That's my result. That's my conclusion. Okay. Yeah. Now it's open for everyone else who want to share. Navina.
Yeah, hi. So after Tuesday, I think, although I put some intent, but I almost forgot or something like this. And then Isha knows about it. I'm a little struggling with my son, sending him to, he's going through a phase. And I was like, on Saturday, I thought I have to send him sort of a thing. So I was thinking, I was trying all sorts of things. And then I remembered, I said, why not, ask the field, can the child respond according to my wish? This is what I want from my son. I want him to go to school today. And although I struggled a bit, but finally, without much of a hassle, which I was going through all this time, he finally went on Saturday. That was one thing from the field which I got as a result, like my wish being granted. And once or twice I think once we went out and I was thinking, oh, I want to have this or that. And that also got it was ordered on the menu. And the third thing, just some time back, how it happened, in the afternoon, I said, okay, in the evening, I'll prepare sandwiches. And I was thinking, okay, I'll try something new today, some new recipe, and I'll watch YouTube video and something. And then I forgot about it. I just put an intent. And my son came from the school and I told that this is what I'm going to make. He said, Mama, why don't you try this recipe today? I have served this. He showed me a YouTube video right from the school after coming to school. He said, Mama, why don't you? He made me show the YouTube video as if that it was waiting for me and everything was so beautifully planned. And I saw that video and I was like, wow, the field answered my, thing. I had that wish. And so my son granted me all these wishes of mine, and I'm on cloud 9 with all these wishes. Yeah. So that was the experience I had with this experiment. And I'm looking forward for more. The journey doesn't end. So many more things to experience. But yeah, being on the field, sometimes I forget. But I think then also, even if I forget, I think it's still I'm on the field and something or the other is happening. And even I would like to share, since Isha is here. So in the morning, I attended a constellation, which I had put an intent when I first saw the ad. And I was wondering, will I get the time or not? And yesterday, somehow, I checked and the slot was available. And that was also an intent, I think, to the field that I want to attend. And thankfully, I could attend that constellation also, which was facilitated beautifully by Isha. So yeah, three things actually.
It is more like the field has decided that you will have to be there.
Yes. So I think even if we remember or don't remember, I feel the field is 24/7 working. At least I could vouch for that. Some or the other thing is happening. Sometimes it's not a very good experience, but that is also an experience I need to go through for a reason. There is a brilliance in it. So yes, it's amazing journey for me. Thank you, Isha. Thanks for everyone for holding this space for me. Thank you all.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, Pala here.
Hi, Pala.
For myself, you say start with something very small. So I just, like what you said, after, contemplation or meditation, just, say, wish for something. And I did it. It didn't materialize so much because I think I more or less being in the mind. So I think, and I see that it didn't materialize. Then after about a few days later, I was having a thought, one of my friends was asking for a book. And, and I was thinking how to get this book now. Then there's a center which always I go. So I say, sometimes people will just leave the books there if they don't want. then we just pay a donation and we take the book. You see, so I was thinking in my mind, I'm going to the center next week and I'm going to see the book and I'm going to get it. You know, I was very firm about it, and then I do it with all my heart. And true enough, when I went there, there was a lot of books. Then I say, I want this particular book. They say, yeah, available. Then they just take and give it to me. You know, so you have to. I realized that when you do it with your heart and with intention, it works. Even you just sit down and say, I want to materialize this, it doesn't work. So this is what I realized.
Because anything which, just like how Anna said, anything which comes from the heart, that means you deep down in your subconscious mind, you really want that, or you really mean it. Okay, that is when you can't fool the field, you know, you just cannot fool the field, right?
Yeah.
You can't just simply say something and then, okay, the field will believe. No. Field knows very well.
Very
so
intelligent.
Field can feel you. Field can really make out. Field can also understand that maybe whatever you're saying, even though it's coming from heart, everything, it can also know whether that's good for you or not.
Oh, okay.
And it's because it's larger than you. It can see the whole life of yours and life after life of you. And it thinks that, is that really required? Or is that really required in this way? And field can give you the way it should be. So many times you think that, I didn't get it. You have got it in some other way. You know, it's just if we are not able to realize that right now.
Can I say that this field is something like, you know, from our higher self?
Yeah, field has everything. It is not just higher self. It is not just what is field is you. And what are you? You are so many things, right? You are the higher self. You are part of the creator. You are so many things. We are either we can call ourselves very complicated things, or we are something so big, so beautiful, but we have become unaware of it. Yeah. So that is why my teacher used to call, we are unaware gods. Right? And the day you realize that, you become an aware God. So that's what we are. Beautiful, Pala. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Tripti.
So Isha, talking about this thing, I mean, I wanted to attend the constellation. I was like, yeah, I've signed up for it, but 10 o'clock is a bit tough. But since it's yours, I always like attending it. So like 10 o'clock, you know, if my husband doesn't leave, whatever. Today he left at 9:55. Okay. So and my son is at home. He's on holiday, like chutti. So I was like, "Arey yaar, he's got, you know, that morning time. Everybody like, mommy is busy." He went out for some work to repair the car. He came at 11:45. So it was like, you know, everything was just going on smoothly, and I could, like, you know, without any guilt, attend the constellation. So when you want something, the field just gives it to you. That is my reading.
And for some reason, this constellation is like marrying of two things, right?
Yeah.
You have some bit of a, you know, it's not even you actually, it's the client which is calling for. And the field is providing that client, right? And the field decides, okay, Trupti has shown interest. Now, let me take her for this role. And for that, I will clear up everything for her.
Actually, everything went off very smoothly.
Beautiful. It feels so good, isn't it? We are taken care of. Nice. Okay. Thanks, Trupti. Anyone else? Or we'll continue with the next experiment. Good. We will go ahead with the next experiment, okay?